Good morning, I'm Kristen Folletti and welcome to News Desk on SiliconANGLE TV for Thursday, May 23rd, 2013. Here's your SiliconANGLE Daily Roundup. One day after unveiling the next iteration of its Chrome desktop browser, Google has released an update for its mobile counterpart. Chrome for Android has been upgraded to include several features that users have been requesting. For Android tablets, Chrome users are able to access their tab history by long pressing the back button. Full-screen viewing in Chrome is automatic for all Android devices. The toolbar disappears when the user scrolls down the page and reappears when the user scrolls up. Search has also been enhanced. When using the Omnibox to search, Chrome now keeps the search query on display instead of displaying the URL of the search engine. This allows users to quickly add to or modify their search without retyping the original term. Finally, for the security-minded, Google has included client-side certificate support. The updated Chrome for Android can be downloaded now from the Google Play Store. Adobe is acquiring Thumb Labs, a New York-based mobile app design agency. Though financial terms of the buyout were not disclosed, it's rumored that the deal was similarly priced to Adobe's other recent acquisition, Behance, which was reportedly valued around $150 million at the end of last year. For Thumb Labs, the new ownership means that they will focus entirely on making mobile apps for Adobe's Behance platform. The transition should be an easy one for Thumb Labs, considering they wrote the first ever mobile app for Behance, and they've been working closely with one another ever since. Analysts are calling the acquisition by Adobe a natural fit for Adobe's greater Creative Cloud initiative. In less than a month, the Samsung Galaxy S4 has reached the 10 million global channel sales milestone. To put that in context, it took its predecessor, the Galaxy S3, almost 2 months to accomplish that same feat. Samsung claims that the Galaxy S4 is currently selling at a rate of 4 devices per second. In addition to announcing S4's staggering sales figures, Samsung also revealed that the device would be available in new colors this summer. Consumers will be able to choose from the original black or white models, as well as the new purple Mirage or brown Autumn. Although it hasn't been announced, it's been rumored that some carriers will be selling a limited edition Arctic Blue model as well. Microsoft and Google are caught up in another game of cat and mouse, and this time it's over a YouTube app. Earlier this month, Microsoft rolled out an app for their Windows Phone that allowed users to browse without ads and download content, which are violations of YouTube's terms of service. In response, Google sent a cease and desist letter demanding the app to be removed from the Windows Phone store before this morning. Yesterday, with hours to spare before the deadline, Microsoft rolled out an updated version that disabled video downloads, but still doesn't display ads. Though Google's terms have not been met, Microsoft feels they have no other choice, since the YouTube API does not provide support for ads. Since Google doesn't make the ability to display ads available, any third-party application is in violation of YouTube's terms of service, technically making applications on any platform other than an Android illegal. We'll just have to wait and see who will make the next move. After Apple's successful use of sapphire crystal for covering of its rear camera on the latest iPhone and iPod Touch devices, there have been several rumors about device makers considering the material for full display covering. Corning, the maker of Gorilla Glass, has launched a preemptive strike against any such plans by releasing a feature outline that compares sapphire to its Gorilla Glass 3 product. Corning claims that Gorilla Glass is stronger, weighs less, and can be produced less expensively than sapphire. Corning Senior Vice President Jeffrey Evanson summed up Gorilla Glass's advantages, saying, "What would people say if someone invented a cover that was about half the weight, used 99% less energy to make, provided brighter displays, and cost less than a tenth of sapphire? I think they'd say that sapphire was in real trouble. It so happens that we at Corning already invented that cover, and it's called Gorilla Glass." Corning is working on new versions of Gorilla Glass that reduce reflections for better visibility in sunlight, and that incorporate antimicrobial technology to minimize the spread of germs on mobile devices. Foursquare's iOS and Android apps have received an update that returns more intelligent search results in users' queries. Foursquare calls the new feature Super Specific Search. Users can take advantage of a range of filters by searching for very specific information about venues. The system was designed to be extremely user-friendly as it's geared towards natural language queries. Foursquare announced Super Specific Search in a blog post and provided several examples of the types of searches that are now possible, such as a Moroccan restaurant that has tangines on the menu, but isn't going to empty my bank account. The update takes Foursquare one step closer to CEO Dennis Crowley's goal of being the primary location layer of the internet. For Google Ventures, backing tech winners early in their development is nothing new. For example, with recent investments in technologies such as Nest, it's apparent that the Googleplex wants to have its hands in as many honeypots as possible. Still, despite their track record in early investment, Google rarely offers funding beyond a company's initial investment stage. This sort of venture funding meant that Google rarely had the ability to work with more mature companies who were still working in ways that could benefit Google. So in order to exert more influence on developing companies, Google is launching a firm similar to Google Ventures, calling the new fund Google Capital. While Google Capital won't make its formal debut until summer, it already has investments with 3 unnamed companies. Given Google's annual profit of more than $10 billion, expect Google Capital to show massive growth in the world of finance for many years to come. Mailbox is coming to iPad. The popular email app that once boasted a queue of millions of users waiting to receive access is releasing a version for iPad users today. Mailbox founder Gentry Underwood, fans of the app, that design wasn't influenced by Dropbox. The synchronization and file backup company acquired Mailbox in March for what was reported to be more than $100,000. For now, the Mailbox team has design autonomy. Underwood now has his sights set on Android. Google's mobile operating system offers developers far more flexibility than Apple's iOS. Mailbox for Android is likely to include the ability to manage email items directly from the notifications window. No specific plans or timeframes have been revealed for the future edition. Popular professional social networking site LinkedIn is undergoing some upgrades, and a few of the changes are making the news for some interesting reasons. First, LinkedIn retooled their entire web navigation bar to improve its use on mobile applications. The new look is not only designed to be more appealing, but it's easier to use, focusing more on search and simplicity of design. Another visual change will bring your most important contacts on LinkedIn into a single place, making the social network more visually social than before. Perhaps the most valuable addition comes from a new feature that will allow users to display examples of their projects directly on their profile, enabling potential employers to review a user's experience with ease. Of course, the upgrades don't end there, and with competitors such as Amazon's Behance just around the corner, you can expect LinkedIn to continue making these types of innovations more as time goes on. Microsoft's latest ad wants viewers to consider the differences between Apple's Siri-enabled iPad and its multitasking Windows 8 tablets.
Sorry, I don't update like that. I'm sorry, I can only do one thing at a time.
The 30-second spot includes voiceovers by none other than Siri, who acknowledges the areas that Apple falls short. The ad first highlights the fact that the static iOS home screen doesn't offer the information at a glance utility of Windows 8 Live tiles. Siri then apologizes for being able to do only one thing at a time. The limitation is demonstrated by identical videos playing on both devices, but the Windows 8 tablet user is able to scroll through a list of emails at the same time. Microsoft closes the ad in a familiar way, reminiscent of its successful I'm a PC campaign. Microsoft breaks it down with a side-by-side price comparison. The 64-gigabyte iPad costs $699, while the feature-rich 64-gigabyte Windows 8 tablet costs only $449. The advertisement could be a smart investment for Microsoft, as it gives the impression that when shopping for a tablet, Windows 8 is a smarter investment for consumers. And that's your SiliconANGLE Daily Roundup for Thursday, May 23rd, 2013. For continuous coverage on tech innovation and daily breaking analysis, join us mornings beginning at 8:30 a.m. Central here at News Desk on SiliconANGLE TV.